Hey there, guys. This is a special edition. I say sing-along. This is not a sing-along. This is a talk-along, I guess, like a sports talk. In particular, tonight's kicking off of the Georgia high school football 7A state playoffs. We got some good matchups, too. There's some good matchup. There's one matchup that's obviously I got a vested interest in. That's my North Gwinnett Bulldogs, which I'll get to here in a little bit. God, they're playing good football right now. Hey, but you know what? You don't get down to the Elite Eight without playing good football. So, anyway, look at that. There's your brackets right there. You see that? You got some matchups. And one thing in common in every single matchup tonight in this 7A football, and I know it's numbers. We got a lot of kids up here in Gwinnett County, but every game has a Gwinnett County football team in it. And so, anyway, I'm going to start up there in the top left. That's Brookwood and Tift. That's going to be a great game, guys. That's going to be a real good game. It's the GPTV Channel 8 game of the week. So if you can't make it out to a game there nearby your house tonight, flip it over to Channel 8. You're going to have a good one there. Brookwood is, I think they lost the first 2 games of the year. And people are like, what's wrong with Brookwood? They're supposed to be good. And then I think they haven't lost again, you know. They won every game since then, I'm pretty sure. Playing really good football, but they're going up against a South Georgia team in Tift County, a South Georgia darling. They love them South Georgia football teams, and they're good, guys. They're real good. They're fast and physical, and I see this game coming right down to the wire. I really do. And then you down below them, you got Archer and you got Colquitt. I mean, you got Colquitt coming up to Archer. They're the dang road warriors. They'll go on the road and play anybody and beat about anybody. So Archer's got to be ready. Archer, all they've done is win every single game they've played this year. You know, beat Grayson, shut them down in a defensive battle. And, you know, I don't think people give them a whole lot of credit. They're like, you know, yeah, they're undefeated, but what do they got? Well, they got a freaking undefeated football team. And they're playing, and they're young too, guys. They're young. They were like probably still a year away. With a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors. Not a very big senior class with this Archer team that's going all the way, but they're going to have their hands full with Colquitt tonight. Then you go over on the other side, top right, you got Parkview and McEachern. McEachern coming hot off an upset of Lowndes last week. Nobody thought Lake could beat Lowndes. Nobody's going to beat Lowndes this year. They're the darlings. They're the front runners, and they were, but they were just unbeatable. And guys, that's why you keep playing the game. I believe if my info is right, I believe Lowndes was winning 24-0 at halftime. McEachern came back and won 36-31. So that's heartbreaking. I feel terrible for those Lowndes kids, those families in that school, because that's a terrible way to lose. But that's, hey, you got to keep fighting, got to keep chopping wood. So, but you got McEachern and Parkview. Parkview, you know, they're back, you know, in the mix of things. They got a good football team. So, I mean, you don't get this far without having a good football team. So, I think that game's going to be tough, too. I think McEachern riding the high. Do they have a letdown after the big win over Lowndes? I don't know. They're good, man. They're always good. I mean, McEachern, every year you see them, they look like a freaking college football team. They're so big across the board. And they put out a lot of players in college and got guys in the pros and all that. So, it's a football factory over there, but anyway, it's I'm driving too, guys. I'm coming. This drive along or talk along is going right by North Gwinnett High School, which leads us to this next game, North Gwinnett Marietta. I'm right here on Level Creek Road, in front of North Gwinnett High School. Very beloved place in my heart. That's where us Bites went to school. I went there, my dad went there, my brother, aunts, uncles, cousins. And now my son Hunter Jack's there. He's a freshman here, so he's not on the team out there tonight. He's on the team, but he's not dressing with the team tonight. And they got a battle against Marietta. And Marietta got in at that large bid. When I first thought that, I'm like, what is that about? But then after reading more about it, you know, but they got this big time quarterback, guys. Y'all have heard about him. You can YouTube him. He's #1 rated quarterback in this class of 2020. So he's a sophomore. And he's big time. I'm just going to pull on over right here. Can I pull over yet? Nah, I'm not going to pull over. I'm just going to keep driving. But this is where it's about to go down, guys. Right here on Bulldog Alley. Baseball field on the right, football field on the left. Harrison Bailey's coming in tonight with his big rocket arm, and he's got some big receivers. They got a couple of defensive players that are, like, I believe, committed to Georgia. They got a lot of kind of elite guys. Now, I just don't think North, they got the team. I think they're going to run into something tonight that looks like this right here. That right there is called a strong senior class. Strong senior class. And so they've been having a great year. They lost the first game of the year down at Walton. Excuse me, at the Corky Kell at Georgia State. Terrible football stadium, by the way. You did not do a good job with that. That's my opinion. But anyway, and lost at the very end. They shouldn't have lost the game. Anyway, Walton turned out to be a good team. They went all the way, and they got beat last week, but they were undefeated all year until last week. So anyway, this North team, man, they're so well balanced on offense, you know, and they do such a good mix of run and pass. The defense gets after it. They bring the heat. Coach Bill Stewart, in his first year, in year one, what he's done has been so impressive. And so I'm so proud of the job he's done. And he's got a senior son who came over here, led Mill Creek in tackles last year, left those buddies, came here. That's a change for him too. So that tells you what kind of young man he is. And then you got the worm coming off the edge. You got Jalen McDowell, number 8. He'll rip your head off. I think this Harrison Bailey guy's going to have a lot of pressure tonight. It's going to be a lot of heat up in his kitchen. It's going to be a lot of heat up in there. So, and our defensive, I mean, our backs are solid. We get after, we play with an edge. And every team, y'all know this, every team takes on the personality of their coach. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer than others. Sometimes it doesn't take. But without a doubt, this year's team is taking on the personality of Bill Stewart, and that's tenacious, that's disciplined, that's hard-nosed, that's never quitting, that's always fighting, playing to the last whistle, intense football. That's what it is. And that is why North Gwinnett is one more game away from the semifinals. We win tonight, which I think we will. We got one more game. We'll play the winner of the Parkview-McEachin game, and then the winner of that goes on to the state championship at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which I've seen the Falcons game down there this year. It's a high-level stadium. Best there is ever out there. Just too much, almost too much to look at because you just get blown away by it. But anyway, so that's it, Bulldogs. I'm going to be, it's noon. It's about high noon right now, a little afternoon. Got to get back home and do some prepping. But I'm going to be back up in here tailgating for a high school football game because that's how we do it in Georgia. And that's why I love my North Gwinnett Bulldogs. And they're going to get the job done tonight. You just watch.